Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this...
Okay, Larry, thank... Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And now here's a carry heading left. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here's Garrett Swanson now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one, 11 yards in the first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
Here we go. Green 39. Green
Now
39.
some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 18-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Play clock winding down. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bennett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So on 4th down, here's a punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And New York set to take the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's got room. 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They run a draw here on second down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They're going to look to throw. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 71 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Garrett Swanson now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now it's Brown. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 16 carries, 88 yards.
And he scored his first touchdown of the year in last week's game. So now he's hoping that helps establish a rhythm. And maybe now he can score a few in bunches, starting with this one. Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. So they ran against the 4-6 defense. Not only did they run against it, they tried to run it right up the gut.
And that's really not a great place to go when you're running against what is commonly known as the Bear defense, made popular by those great Chicago Bears teams. No place to go right in the middle of that.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Edmund Robinson in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pressure comes and the Giants block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Green 39!
run it here with Brown. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Let's go. Watching that body.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hurry up, here we go. 3,
They'll run. This is Brown. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go. Green, 39.
This is Brown on the carry. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot, for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Back onto the field now goes Buck Allen as he gets ready. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And some space here. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go. 3-19.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other. And, yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, My list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. First down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Looking to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The punter lock out there now as he sends it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
He was looking for Buck Allen as running back that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
15 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Hot blue 90.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Three yards to go here on second down.
Hurry up, control.
On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Jeff Locke now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both the Eagles and the Giants have very low rushing totals. It has not been an effective part of either team's game plan, and you wonder if either side will give a more concerted effort to run it in the second half. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Eagles with the ball midway through the first. Hill's going to push his way to the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. 3rd down from inside the 50. Here the throw is hurried and picked off. Eagles will take it back for the touchdown as they put the first points on the board. About halfway through the second quarter. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This will go for a loss of 8. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Gaudin.
This will be taken short.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separate.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got this.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Caught left side, Bennett. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go! Back to the
They'll start out here with the option left. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now back to throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Garrett Swanson now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down, and this is going to be incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And his throw here is incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Room here to run. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on him, keeps possession. The Giants on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Fresh set of downs here.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moss. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They run a draw here on second down. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They'll go option to the... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And out come the Eagles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Green 39! Green 39!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 6 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Giants a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got... And he can't escape, and down he goes. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
To throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Here we go. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The Eagles on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. They'll drop to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And an alley to run. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Give him 8 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Here we go.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And tough starting field position here.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play.
Here we go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf.